MSR Works, Multisport Racing. We specialize in Audis. I love these cars. It's awesome, but I also love motorsports. The Audi S4 V8 rear-wheel drive. All right, welcome to another episode on Multisport Racing channel. So, last couple videos I've kind of been talking and not doing a lot of work, so figured I'd start this video with working. So I tore down this 6-liter. This is a 6-liter out of a work van. Probably has 400,000 miles on it. I pulled it out on Sunday, got it back here to the shop, tried to not make a big mess tearing this thing apart. So as you notice, we didn't really keep track of anything. Nothing was like kept in order as far as cylinders, kind of banged out the pistons. This is just a core motor for me. Right now, I just need a bare block and at least the 2 rear rod bearings spun. If I'm going to build a motor for the truck, I don't think I'm going to do like a junkyard style build. I think it's actually going to be a build, new pistons, new rods, you know, freshened crank, all that good stuff. So this motor, I stripped it down because you need a mock-up motor for the S4. I've mocked it up once before, got all the dimensions. I know it'll all work, but now is the car is actually getting an LS. No excuses, nothing held back. So I need a block because I need to mock up motor plates because we're still going to be motor plating this motor. So mock up motor plates, my plan is I'm going to get this thing cleaned up, which you guys will follow along with that. Clean up the other 4th gen block. That one I need to get cleaned up and ready for the build. This one I need to get cleaned up just so that it's not grimy and nasty. Working in the chassis, mocking everything up. My plan is to put this motor, set it in the car, put cylinder heads on it, mock everything up. So coolant system, wiring, everything being mocked up while I'm building the motor on the stand. That way when I have everything mocked up and I'm happy with everything, I can pull it out, do the final painting, finishing touches, and then ideally that motor comes off the stand, slides into the car, we button everything up, and we can have a running starting video with in a week. So yeah, that's my plan. I am going to clean up my mess here, and then we'll head to some kind of pressure washing place and get this thing cleaned up. So I do need to take a second to thank the sponsor of, I'll be honest, probably the series, not just this video, EBC Brakes. As you see, I'm swagged out with them today. EBC Brakes has been a huge supporter of my program. Starting out very simply with the B5 S4, getting me brakes for that. And now our relationship in that is developed even further. So I am really stoked to be working with EBC Brakes and them believing in me, because I'll be honest, I don't know if this LS would have been possible without them. And definitely my future and looks or excitement for 2024 would definitely not have been the same without their support in 2023. So 2024, we're looking to do a lot of stuff with them. Loved everything that I've gotten from them. Tow brakes, their heavy duty off-road stuff, even motorcycle stuff. Even before I was working with EBC in the drift stuff, I would still buy their brakes for my motorcycles. So EBC, very well known, UK based company. That's why they got the rad shirts. But yeah, Steve there, thank you so much for believing in. They had a really good phrase: if it stops, they build the parts for it. So whether it's full-blown track car, your street driver, or a tow rig like this thing, EBC Brakes has got you covered. I have hopefully EBC's coming for the truck. Really looking forward to that. This truck, the braking power is good, but I'm just so used to EBC Brakes. I've had EBC Brakes on basically everything I've owned for the last 2 or 3 years. And it's wild to hop in cars, and even this big truck with big 8-lug brakes on it, and still not have the same confidence that I do when I'm driving anything with the EBCs. We put a set of competitor, inexpensive, but has a lot of reputation within the Euro community as being a good alternative to brakes. We put him in my A5 street car with EBC brakes on it, and he was completely sold on the fact that I was telling him I wouldn't feel safe hot rodding around this car because the brake performance is not the same. Not the car doesn't stop, but on EBC brakes, it gives you so much confidence to be a little bit later on your braking, to be a little bit more aggressive with your driving, or even just in a daily driver sense, like a parking lot, I'm never afraid that somebody's gonna pull out and I'm not gonna be able to stop the car, or even if I'm late with my reaction or don't put enough pressure on the pedal, the car's gonna stop. And that confidence is absolutely crucial when it comes to towing, you know, 10,000 plus pounds around the country, coming down hills, anything. I need that confidence when it comes to this truck. So I'm really looking forward to getting a set of HD brakes on this thing. Probably a filthy mess, unfortunately, because when you're blasting these things with high pressure water, it seems to spray everywhere, and my face is probably all dirty. Anyways, so here at the car wash place, got both motors cleaned up. I didn't feel like filming it because I didn't want to get the new GoPro all dirty. But yeah, this is the 6-liter 4th gen block. This is going to be the build. The race car's got that all cleaned out, got the oil galleys all cleaned out. This is just the mock-up motor. I hate working on greasy, grungy, dirty stuff. So got that all cleaned up, pretty happy with the way that turned out. Spare 480 transmission for the truck, and gave a quick wash to the truck. I have to say, it is turning out awesome. Chrome tow mirrors, clear headlights with the C-notch LEDs. And then all these wheels. Man, chrome is really growing on me. Wrapping up the video, I got the LS in the car yesterday. Had some things pop up business-wise, so I had to address them right away. So I had to leave the shop and wasn't able to film the final wrap-up. This is just that bare engine. It is set in the car, threw some quick spray paint on it just so it looks good for photos and that. But it fits excellent. It fits better than I remember it fitting, because this is the first time I've tested it with the trans on. So the fat bot adapters on the 4L60 bell housing mounted in the car. The shifter's a little far forward, so I think we're gonna order FabBot's 6-inch remote mount shifter that they just updated. It's really low clearance. I think it'll fit the tunnel and all that excellent. I'm not opposed to cutting the tunnel up because it is a race car. It'd be nice to have access to that. But honestly, with the AR5 and the style of shifter that it has, I don't need a ton of room in order to service the shifter or pull the trans or whatever. We got plenty of room for bell housing area, tons of room around that, and the 034 X brace fits. I did not test fit it last time with the brace in. I was kind of worried about being able to make that work. So no, the 034 billet lower brace will work. Pan has plenty of clearance. I'm excited for the next steps. Follow along.